Hello there. So, talking TV time, Eurosport is leaving the UK. All the Eurosport content is merging into the TNT sports portfolio. Of course, Warner Brothers Discovery own TNT and Eurosport. And you were able to get a cheap kind of package through Discovery Plus. However, that cheap alternative is gone now. You can't just subscribe to the Eurosport channels. You have to subscribe to the £30.99 option, which includes all of the TNT Sports 1, 2, Premier League, Champions League, Gallagher Rugby, everything. You might not want everything if you're a cycling fan or a snooker fan, but that's what you've got to do now. So in future weeks, we're going to be reviewing the TNT content and seeing what you get for your money. According to the press release that went out on January the 28th, 2025, it said that some content would be made available on Quest. I can tell you, thanks to Warner Brothers Discovery, what that content looks like. So I've broke it down into sections. Let's do cars first. So cars, we get Le Mans, which has been on Freeview before, I think Quest has shown it, but they've said 7 hours of live race coverage from Le Mans will be on Quest. Let's do cycling. So the Ultimate Cycling Show will start on the 27th of February. Highlights of Paris-Roubaix on the 5th and 6th of April. The Giro d'Italia will have highlights of, and also the Vuelta a España. There'll be highlights of that as well. So then we've got snooker. D-Max will have live coverage of the Welsh Open in just a couple of weeks' time, the Home Nations series. And it says live coverage of the English, Irish and Scottish Open. It doesn't mention D-Max for these, so maybe the coverage will move back to Quest later in the year. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, there's also the YouTube channels which are worth keeping an eye on. There's Eurosport Snooker, because the name is staying as Eurosport everywhere else apart from the UK. But Eurosport Snooker has highlights, including of the German Masters that's on this week. There's a Eurosport Cycling channel which has short highlights. There's also the main Eurosport YouTube channel which has winter sports highlights. Definitely worth keeping an eye out on, because there doesn't seem to be much winter sport. In fact, there doesn't seem to be any winter sport progressing to Quest. There's also Eurosport Tennis, which should have short highlights of the French Open later this year as well. So as for motorbikes, on Quest you'll get live coverage of MotoGP sprint races from this 2025 season. They also say live coverage of 2 races from the MotoGP from this season, 2 races each year. Live coverage of the British Superbikes, 4 race days, the actual races to be confirmed which ones. Highlights of MotoGP from the 3rd of March onwards this year. Highlights of the British Superbikes throughout 2025. And Speedway Grand Prix highlights, as well as British Speedway highlights. They'll all be on Quest. So it's better than nothing. But let me know in the comments if you've got any questions to ask Warner Brothers Discovery. We'd love to hear from you, and I will fire as many of them as I can over, and we'll do a follow-up video to let you know what their responses are. Of course, we'll keep an eye on TNT as well, and we'll let you know what content you can get on TNT. There's the rugby union, there's football, of course there's the snooker, the cycling, that'll all be on there, the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. So there is a lot of content under that portfolio for the money, and I'll tell you how easy it is to access that via Discovery Plus and what you can get. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. But that's the update for now. Eurosport to close in the UK only and reforming under TNT.